Hello everybody, my name is Thor Young. I'm a moderator at Bear Bull Traders, and I'm going to be doing a live recap for you today. We are in the Bear Bull Traders chat room. Say hi everybody. We're going to start making a new thing on the weekdays at my 1 o'clock time. When I come into my 1 p.m. time, I'm going to start doing a recap of my trades for the day, and then I'm going to throw them onto the YouTube. This is also for you guys out on YouTube there, so if you like that, little thumbs up action, subscribe, ring the bell, you know all that. You do that, I'll post one tomorrow. You don't, I won't, just out of spite, because that's the kind of person I am, so get used to it. No, I'm just kidding. Love you all, seriously. So anyway, moving on. I want to go through some trades for you guys today, hopefully bring you a little educational material, and then if you guys like it, I'll do a little bit more tomorrow. So on to the trades. So as you can see here, I'm holding a position in Foot Locker still long. I bought Foot Locker off of the central floor pivot. A lot of you have followed the Camarilla pivot points that I use, and I also use floor pivots whenever the cams aren't finding correlation or I find myself too extended for the cams to actually calculate into those areas. Then I'll start using the classic pivots, or what is called the floor pivots. They're called floor pivots because that's the NYSE floor traders use them a lot, and because of that, they started calling them floor pivots. Really thought you were going to have a more complicated reason, didn't you? But you don't. So we came down here and we were holding above the central pivot here, which is this yellow line here. If you want to use them, you can go into your study config, and I just actually added a second pivot. If you're using DOS, make sure you uncheck config EX or it'll mess up your chart. Go inside of it and you can see how I have them configured. I clicked on the wrong ones. You can see how I have mine configured, central pivot, and then I just use the 4th and 3rd levels. I don't use the interior levels because it's going to be too congested. They're going to overlap with the cams, so I don't need those. I don't need that much conflicting information. So, but for when I'm outside the cams, they're nice to have. So anyway, I saw we were respecting the central pivot here, and then we held pre-market high and previous day's close. And if you guys have ever seen webinars by like our guy Jared, he talks about previous day close being the king of all levels. So once we supported there, I really liked it, so I went long. We got a really nice breakup. Volume wasn't quite what I wanted, but when we pulled back, the volume dropped even more, and I saw some sellers coming out on the level 2 to the top side. So I figured I was in a good spot to try it, and I went ahead and added in. New average was 29.18 there. So not quite doubled my position in from where I was. And then we got a nice pop-up, good profit taking there and there. Dropped about half my position between the two of these, which was nice, put me up well. And then I set a next target in front of the large ask that was sitting up at $31. We had a really big seller sitting up at 31. So I went ahead and put orders up at 30.97 so that I would get fill priority over them when we ran for them. And sure enough, got tagged there, dropped half of whatever I had left there. And now I'm holding just a little bit of my position left on Foot Locker to the top side. Since Foot Locker is in this really nice little breakout range I find myself on here, as you can see, I'm playing Foot Locker long because of the big gap prior session and the huge volume here on indecision. So I'm hoping to play this gap fill. So I didn't want to get out too many shares because I'm actually hoping this thing's going to run for a little while today. So I'm holding those for trend. So we'll see what happens. Also traded Zoom today, which was really fun. I got a really nice pop on Zoom. Actually, I've made as much profit on Zoom as I've made on my entire Foot Locker trade up till now, although I didn't get nearly as much of the move, but it was a much better entry. I went long on Zoom here. I used the central pivot again on this area just below $25. So I was just above the central pivot, but just below 125. There was a decent bid there, but there was no ladder to the downside that really looked notable at all, but plenty of sellers to the top side. So I thought kind of similarly, as you can see, if I hide here, look at the daily, we kind of had this indecision point here, so I was buying low as I could on this point for the move up. Once again, playing that value area. Got a really nice pop there, but I went all out when it came back and lost the daily level, because I'll be honest, I really didn't expect a whole lot more of a move than that. So anyway, we got our big move out. there. I got Foot Locker going on. Not all good things. I did do a play on SQ. I tried one short there, stopped out, and then took another short and got good profit, and then went all out on SQ. Another really good tape reading moment, though. I saw the sellers were starting to load to the top side on SQ in a big way, so I thought we were going to squeeze, so I went ahead and took the rest of my position off on SQ there. And sure enough, it dropped a little bit and then immediately squeezed against me. So that was a nice read there. Glad I got out. And SQ did a really aggressive squeeze there. I did try a trade on Neo that I took off at break even. Good decision. And I tried some trades on SPY. This is why I stopped trading a little bit this morning. You see, like, I stopped trading for about 5 to 10 minutes here in the gap between this and when I got into Foot Locker. That's because I found myself over trading and getting a little frustrated trying to trade the SPY this morning. So I went long on SPY, went out at break even, and then I shorted it at the top of the range, and I made an R and then stopped out, shorted it again, made an R or so, right, which was put me up about 2R, stopped out, and then I tried to go long. Wait, no, so I tried to stay short, stopped out, tried to go short again, and then stopped out at break even. So I found myself sitting at 1R, right? And I was just like, this stinks. I'm like, why am I trading this? I'm just letting myself get chopped out in this piece of junk. I'm going to take my 1R, and I almost stopped trading with 1R today. And then I just took a deep breath, started looking around, and then I found those two trades there. The last trade I tried was Oxy. I did try shorting R6 on Oxy, which I actually really like the short. Good volume here. Good struggle push here with high volume. Nice retracement back. I actually like everything about this read. I must not have considered the level 2 enough. I do remember seeing a seller at 42.50. I just thought they were so far out of range. I didn't think they were going to come into play, and I was wrong there. So that was a misread. So I lost 1R on that Oxy trade. So all in all today, I traded about, 5 tickers. Zoom and SQ, I netted a couple of R. Zoom, I netted around 6R. On FL, I'm up about 4.5 or 5R on that one with still some going. Lost an R on Oxy, break even on Neo, 1R up on SPY. So all in all, not too bad of a day. I mean, it's going to be over a 10-hour day for sure by the time I'm all done, maybe a little north of that, so I'll take it. How about you guys? How did y'all finish out on the day? Is everyone looking pretty good in the room there? Hey, what's up, Chris? So anyway, all right, I'll leave that out for my recap. Like I said, I'm going to be starting to post these to YouTube so people who aren't in here are able to see them. So I'm going to go ahead and kick this one off for everyone out there in YouTube land. Hope you enjoyed the recap. And as always, keep it green. Thanks.